Doctors are risking life, COVID is trying. Medical practitioners fighting to bring back life. WHO, they try to give us hope, Russia, America, we will tell you now. Let's work together. Asia, Africa, one love, keep us together. Oh my yeah, what are you? I call up Baba, just a Christy. We salute all one know. If I ain't nothing, I call up Baba, just a Christy. Oh my yeah, what are you? I call up Baba, just a Christy. We salute all one know. If I ain't nothing, I call up Baba. Coronavirus, what do you survive? Coronavirus, 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 what a disaster to the whole universe. Now we're trying like this time. Everybody got their famous. What's the terrible pandemic? Never get to see again. You go up again, I'm waiting for. You go up again, I'm sorry. I know the cover. You let me yaka already punch out. Almighty Lord, Papa, look up to you now. This situation, this condition cannot be permanent. You are only prayer. You see your people, Lord. Africa can go to one you. We prepare for us to go for the job. Only know what we does. Let's work together as one and we just work. Because united we stand up. If I tell you for you, so oh my yeah, what can you? You tell me to see. I call up Baba. Just so pretty. If I ain't nothing, I call up Baba. Just so pretty. Oh my yeah, what can you? You tell me to see. I call up Baba. Just so pretty. If I ain't nothing, I call up Baba. Corona Palava, Corona Palava, coronavirus Palava. What do you survive? I said, sit faster.
A very good morning to you out there. You're welcome to COVID-19 and You, a program in conjunction with the National Orientation Agency, NOA, a number of states with support from UNICEF. And this morning we are looking at COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. We have a resource person who would help enlighten us on vaccinated and non-vaccinated members of the workforce. Of course, also citing the implications of the spread of COVID at the workplace. I'll get connected with my resource person shortly, even as we take a message from our sponsors. And then when we get back, it will be time to delve into the subject matter, COVID-19 vaccination and work environment. My name is Dako Sanami. I'll be back shortly.
It's my wife, oh. She's been pushing that we should get COVID-19 vaccination.
What? You mean you've not taken the vaccine yet?
Me? No, with all those rumors and stories about it.
Government will not bring a vaccine that will harm our citizens.
You're right. Come to think of it, my wife told me that you and your husband have taken the vaccine. Did you experience any side effects?
Yeah, just hold on a bit. I'll get back to you shortly. Just hold on, just stay on the line.
Only a few may experience mild fever, pain at the site of injection, and general body pain, but they usually don't last.
Oh, really?
The important thing is that the vaccine will protect you, your family, and people around you from COVID-19. It will also stop the spread of the virus.
Amanda, you mean this vaccine is safe, and by taking it, we will be protecting ourselves and others?
Yes, the vaccine is for the good of everybody, and thousands of people have already taken it.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. My wife and I will get vaccinated today.
COVID-19 vaccine is free, safe, and effective. Take it now to protect yourself and others. Also remember to wash your hands, wear your face mask, and observe physical distance.
This message is from National Orientation Agency with support from UNICEF.
All right, welcome back. As I stated earlier, we had to go on that break to take the message from our sponsors. We have this morning on the COVID-19 and youth program, COVID-19 vaccination and work environment. Workplaces can be high-risk environments for the SARS-CoV-2 outbreaks and subsequent community transmission. Identifying, understanding, and implementing effective workplace SARS-CoV-2 infection prevention and control measures is critical to protect workers, their family, and communities. So at this point, I'll get to my guests as we look into some health and safety procedures and measures at the workplace. A very good morning to you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and over to you right now. The conversation has actually started. We're looking at COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. Over to you. Let's start with a basic introduction.
That's regarding to COVID-19, right?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, please, can you repeat your question?
We're looking at COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. So what are the measures we should deploy? Can COVID-19 actually be transmitted at the workplace?
Okay. Actually, yes, COVID-19 can be transmitted at the workplace, especially in a crowded environment. Like places like the hospital and especially in the hospital, especially in the emergency room, where people are being rushed in for emergency cases. Someone can be rushed in for respiratory issues like respiratory distress, which is one of the things.
Okay, I think I'm having a little.
Hello, the person you are calling.
I think I'm having a little issue. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, I think COVID-19 can actually be transmitted in the work areas.
Okay.
In the hospital, especially in the emergency room where COVID-19 patients can present with respiratory distress, and if the doctors aren't careful and the health practitioners aren't careful and they are not wearing their masks, they can get COVID-19 if the patient is a COVID-19 carrier. And then outside the hospital, in other work areas, especially where there are crowded people working in the same office, somebody that is symptomatic to COVID-19 can actually spread it, and every other person in the office can get it. Then, aside from the office work environment, we have the market. It's also a work environment for people. But where everybody goes in to buy things and come back. If you don't know who is carrying it, you don't know who is near you. You don't know the person near you, whether the person is symptomatic for COVID-19. And so you can get it at the market, which is also a work environment for some people. And any other place, because most times when I say the market is crowded, and you don't know, someone sneezes and you get whatever the person sneezes out, and you don't know what the person has around you. So it's also a place where you can get COVID-19. So COVID-19 can actually be transmitted in a work environment.
Okay, that's good to know. We had to start out that way by creating an awareness that it could actually be, you could actually get the virus in a workspace, a workplace, and you also moved on to talk about the market, public places. Now let's look into the vaccination process and what are the implications of vaccination or being vaccinated at a work environment.
Okay, when you talk about being vaccinated in a work environment, the implications of being vaccinated in a work environment is one, it actually protects you from getting the COVID-19 strain. You understand? Especially the strain that was on before, it actually protects you from getting the COVID-19 strain. Whether you're taking the vaccine the first time or the second time, at least the first one, the second dose actually protects you from getting the virus. And aside getting the virus, it actually protects the other people around you too, in a sense that you are protected again. So you can't transmit anything to them. So they are also protected indirectly because you are protected against the virus. So they themselves are also protected against the virus. Then in the work environment, a work environment that has its workers, that has its staff vaccinated against COVID-19 is a safe work environment. So that means clients are coming, patients are coming, people that patronize, customers that patronize you guys are actually protected in the sense that they can't come in there and pick COVID-19 and leave. And it makes the working environment thriving. It makes healthy relationships to go on. Because when there is COVID-19, somebody is ill, the work can't progress. Maybe the person's duty is on deck, is checked out. You understand? So the person cannot perform his function, and so work is not going on fine. So it also makes it attracts people to the office, knowing that okay, this work environment, the staff there are really vaccinated again, so we can do something with those people because we feel covered. We feel we can't get COVID-19 from them. Thank you.
All right, that's good to know. Well, my resource person has been Dr. Meve. We're looking into COVID-19 vaccination and work environment. And she spoke to us on its vaccination, the benefits basically of being vaccinated. We'll take a quick message from our sponsors. And when we get back, of course, we're also going to look at the implication of non-vaccination. How can workplaces actually plan for the prevention and mitigation of COVID-19. So at this point, we'll go on a quick break. And it is an audience participatory program. You are actually advised to ask questions within the time we have. Our resource person is here. She would enlighten us on COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. 0815-101-7777 or 0907-112-1017. We're also live. You can actually follow us on our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouSocial, and YouTube. We'll go on this quick message. When we get back, the phone lines will be open, even as our research person talks to us on the dangers or the implications of non-vaccination, not taking the COVID vaccine at all. I'll be back shortly.
COVID-19. Gọọmenti agaghị ebutere ndị nke ya ọgwụ adịgboroja. Nke ahụ bụ eziokwu. Cherekwa ahụ, nwunye m gwara m na gị na di ga gbagọ ọgwụ ahụ. O nwere ihe mere unu na akwụkwọ mba? Mba, o nweghị. Mana ịma na ahụ dị iche iche. Ọtụtụ ndị gbagoro ọgwụ a, o nweghị ihe mere ha. Mana ụfọdụ nwere ike inwe obere ahụ ọkụ na ahụ mgbu ebe a gbara ha ọgwụ a. Mana okwu ya bụ machiji oyi. Mba, nke a abụghị n'izu. Ihe ka mkpa bụ na ọgwụ a ga-echekwakwa gị n'ezinụlọ gị na ịnọ gị nso ibute COVID-19 nakwa ikesa nje ahụ. Mama Ada, ị na-akọwa na ọ bụrụ na anyị gbaa ọgwụ a na anyị ga-enwe nchekwa ma gbochie onwe anyị na ndị ọzọ. Ọkwa bụ maka ọdịmma onye ọbụla. Ọtụtụ mmadụ amago ya. Imeela Mama Ada, mụ na nwunye m ga-ejikwa ọgwụ a ugbu a. Ndị be anyị, ọgwụ mgbochi COVID-19 bụ n'efu. Ọ dị mma, dị ire. Gbaa ya ugbu a ka ị gbochie onwe gị na ndị ọzọ. Ma chetakwa ka ị na-akwọ aka gị na-eyi mkpuchi imi na ọnụ na-enye ohere ma gị na mmadụ nọrọ. Ozi a si n'aka National Orientation Agency site na nkwado UNICEF.
All right, welcome back. It's still the COVID-19 NU program, and this morning on Omega 101.7 FM, Mart Radio, your radio, we're looking at COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. My research person has been Dr. Meve. We're looking at critical areas on how you could go about the vaccination, the implications of being vaccinated, and implications also of not being vaccinated. All right, over to you, Dr. Meve. What are the implications of not being vaccinated? Basically, what are the dangers? What does it portend in a workspace, in a place where we have several people having interactions, at least if not for anything, bodily interactions? What are the implications?
Okay, when we're talking about the implications of not getting vaccinated, you're looking at someone that is not vaccinated actually. And so many people, let me start from this part, so many people have reasons why they don't get vaccinated. But I think some reasons have actually been cleared up by the WHO and co. So if you're not getting vaccinated, one implication is that you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself at risk. You're creating room for yourself. Every human being has a period in their life when their immune system gets low. You can't really bank on your immune system. Maybe you're telling yourself that I'll eat well, I will drink well, I will drink water well, I'll eat food well, and nutritious food that will help build my immune system. You don't know, because this is a viral thing. You don't know the point whereby your immune system can get low at the point, and then this virus you contact it. So one is that you are putting yourself at risk. Two is you are putting every other person around you at risk. Your family members, your work colleagues, and then people that you meet on the daily basis. Three is that a work environment without people that are vaccinated is actually a work environment that is not necessarily open to the masses to receive customers or to receive clients. In the sense that these people that are outside will imagine themselves coming there and then they are contacting COVID-19 and going out. They didn't have COVID-19 before coming, but they come into the office and everybody around so is not vaccinated. And maybe somebody has it somewhere and then the person spreads it. And they get the virus and the leave. So not getting vaccinated against COVID-19 actually puts you at risk. You don't know how you will get it, but you will surely get it. And then it also puts people around you at risk. It also puts your work environment at risk.
Quite interesting. All right, to be part of the conversation, 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. Okay, over to you. There's been this recent development on the U.S. President Biden, how that he tested positive for COVID. And of course, we understand that he's been fully vaccinated. Lots of Nigerians have this fear on its return. How possible is that? Because we actually have a case study we're working with.
Sorry, please, can you repeat? I didn't get to it.
I don't know if you got the update on the U.S. President Biden testing positive for COVID after that he had been fully vaccinated. The question, however, is can the virus return after getting vaccinated?
Okay, the recent studies and the recent findings we've noted is that some people, not everybody, some people that have been vaccinated against the virus actually came down with another virus, with the Delta strain of the virus. And doesn't, it's a new virus, it's a pandemic, and it's a new virus. So many researches are still ongoing, doesn't still mean that you shouldn't complete your dosing. Most of the people that have actually come down with this are mainly those that had just maybe one dose of the first dose. You know, you have a series of doses you have to take before you certify, okay, you completed your COVID-19 vaccination. So most of the people that come down again with the Delta virus are mainly those that haven't completed the first, their first, pack of vaccination. Are you with me?
Of course, I'm listening.
Okay, so these are the people that most times come down with it, or maybe people that we know that have other comorbidities associated to them. That's like hypertension, diabetes, so many other issues that then they not have COVID, then they not started taking the vaccine, but they've not completed it and they still came down with, because their immune system is very, very weak. So, but aside that, we also know of people that, okay, they are still healthy, they don't have any comorbidity, but they still come down with the Delta virus. So it's still a work in progress. Everybody's hands is on deck, even the scientists, they are on deck, and everybody's trying to find out what exactly could have gone wrong in the vaccination.
Quite interesting. 0815-101-7777 or 0907-112-1017. You can actually follow us on our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouSocial, and YouTube at Omega 101.7 FM for questions, contributions on COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. Let's see if I can take one call at least. Even as we progress on the program. I'll get back to you shortly, Doctor. All right, I think there's someone here. Let's talk to somebody and find out what he or she has to say. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
A very good morning to you.
I'm Israel. I'm calling from Mukule.
Go ahead.
Okay, my question is on the issue of the vaccine. I heard we have vaccine booster. My question to our doctor here is, assuming someone has taken AstraZeneca first and second dose, which other one should be taken as a booster? And how often, how many times should someone take the booster?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. 0815-101-7777 or 0907-112-1017. And I believe the doctor had that question. How many times should someone take it? You listened to the question, right?
Okay, I didn't really get the question, but I got this one you said.
Yes. Okay, yeah, basically. So how many times after taking it once and twice, how many times? Because he was asking about the booster. How many times should someone take it?
Is it the booster? Because the booster is different from the normal vaccination process.
Okay, so how does it progress? Possibly you educate us on it. Which comes first?
Okay, the normal vaccination comes first, and then the booster comes later.
So how many times should the vaccine be?
Okay, you have the first dose, the second dose, and then the third dose, and you're set to be complete. You have completed your COVID-19 vaccination. The booster.
Go ahead.
Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I said you have the first dose, the second dose, and the third dose. And with that, you can now say, okay, that you completed your COVID-19 vaccination.
Interesting.
Then,
Interesting. Go ahead.
Then after that comes the booster dose. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Then after that comes the booster dose. Like after I'm not really sure about the booster, the amount of time that it takes for you to take the booster dose. But the booster dose comes after the 1, 2, 3 main doses that you've taken.
Okay. And then talking about the duration on taking the vaccination or the jab, as is popularly mentioned from several people. How often? What's the duration? When should someone? Is it done in a week, after every week, or is it monthly? How's it done, basically?
Okay, that's how to take the
Yes,
vaccine.
yes.
Okay, actually, the vaccine is really, really effective within the first 1 to 4 months.
Okay.
That's for those that are symptomatic. Hello?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you take the first dose this month, in the next 1 month, you have to take the second dose. Then in 2, 3 months from that, you take the third dose.
Hmm. Okay. Oh,
Then,
okay. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
okay, that's all I know. Then the booster dose comes in, I think, in the next 6 months or so, about after 6 months of the third dose.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Even as we summarize on the program this morning, I'll finally ask you a question. What key measures actually can we take, can we deploy to protect against COVID-19? And then should it be actually undertaken in all workplaces? What key measures to protect against COVID-19 should actually be undertaken in all workplaces, public spaces, and workplaces?
Okay, as it stands now, the federal government actually made a rule that it's not really compulsory for you to wear face mask.
Mm.
You know about that, right?
Yes. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So the measures as it stands now, hence the face mask is not really compulsory. The measures that should be taken is one, if you want to blow your nose or you want to sneeze, try to use the back of your hands. Don't use your palms. Use the back of your palm of your hand. That's your fingers. Now your fingers, the back of your palm. The back. Don't use your palm. Don't use the back of your hand. Or use your elbow to put across your nose and sneeze into the place. Or you use a handkerchief and sneeze into the handkerchief. And after that, tuck in the handkerchief into a space. Don't hold the handkerchief, because you will contaminate your hand, and then from your hand you contaminate another person. Then another measure to take in work environment is to make sure there is always water for washing and soap for washing hands. So that anything you do, just try as much as you can to go and wash your hands. Frequent washing of hands won't cause an issue to you. It rather helps to prevent you from contacting COVID-19 or transmitting COVID-19 too. Then in work environments that are crowded, the owners, the CEOs and owners of work environments that are crowded should start making room in a way to create space and create an airy room, an airy office for the staff. So more than 2, 3 persons shouldn't be in an office. At least minimum of 2, highest maximum of 3 in an office. So anything greater than that is like a crowded room. So this measure should also be taken. Then after the washing of hands, sneezing out of people's teeth or sneezing at your elbow or back of your palm, and then overcrowding to space the work environment. So aside this, and then other measures, you have to try as much as you can to use your sanitizers more frequently. If you can't access washing hand water, wash water and soap to wash your hands. That after every contact or everything, try as much as you can to sanitize your hands. Then for those in the hospital, especially those in the emergency section, it's actually important that your face mask is on. You understand? Not just now you're trying to prevent yourself from COVID-19, you're trying to also prevent yourself from some other viruses that might be flying around. You don't know what the patient comes in with.
True.
With this, I think we can prevent COVID-19 from transmitting.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Dr. Meve, for educating us on COVID-19 vaccination and the work environment. Do have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's how far we can go today on COVID-19 and you on Omega 101.7 FM. The program is actually in conjunction with the National Orientation Agency, NOA, Anambra State, with support from UNICEF. It makes a return next Friday. Good morning.